Hi, and welcome to Discovering DataFlex, episode 22. My name is Johan Brodfeldt, and today we are going to build a conference application. I have prepared, so we have the database where we have attendees and agenda. We have some speakers for the events on the agenda, and we have some days to work with. We have news. And I also created the default workspace. So you have the tables here: news, days, attendee, agenda, and presenters. And you can actually go in and look at the presenters view table. And you can see that this is a relationship between presenter and agenda. So presenter points up to attendees. We can check that in the relationships. Yeah, it goes to the attendee. Now, we want to start with the news because that's the easiest one. So let's create a new zoom view. We have the select and the zoom, and we start with the zoom because when we create the select view, we are going to pick the zoom view to use for the select. So it's easier to start with, otherwise we need to go in and manipulate the code. We're going to do that anyway later, but let's start simple. News, zoom. And it's a simple one, there's no header detail. We have news, title, news, day and time. Put them on the same line. No, this one. There you go. Looks okay. And finish. So now we have the zoom view. Now we want a select view. Next, boom, news, select. Pick the news again, and this time we only want to have title, day and time perhaps. And we're only gonna go to the zoom view. This is not a filtering of any sort, so now we can pick the new zoom, and we want nothing on a new line, but we might want these to be smaller. Yeah, that's enough now. We can always do manipulation of these layouts later. So now we have the select, and we would like in the dashboard view, I would like to have news. Let's see. We have the agenda, we have news, so we put news on tile 2. So this is news, and we want to change these to our news select. So if we now run the application, we should be able to not click on these, but click on this one and get to the news list. We have some issues with the database, I can see, but we get into these. Now we want to continue with, what should we take? We want the agenda, we want the attendees. Let's take the attendees, that's also quite simple. Zoom view. Attendee, zoom, and attendees are also a simple view. We have first name, last name, might be a picture, company, mail, web, title. The title might be up there with a name. Next, we want to name first name on the same line. We might want email and web on the same line. So. And again, this is just to make sure we have the views in place. Now we have this one, and we create this zoom, and we have bool attendee select, I should say. Again, we want first name, last name, and perhaps title and company. And this one will only navigate down to the zoom view, which is the attendee zoom. And we have first and last, and this in the second, and we have these ones as details, and we might want to have these ones as caption. Let's see, have a look. Okay, that's wrong. Same line like this. Yeah, let's see. Next, finished. And now we have the attendee select. We want to add that to our dashboard, and I want that on tile 4. Attendees. And we add it here so that we open the attendee list when we click on this button. And let's rerun the application to make sure that we have it working. Attendees, yeah, here we have some attendees, and we go in and see, go back. Yes, good. Now for some more tricky parts. Let's go for the agenda, and we have the agenda here, and we want to start with picking days. So we should actually start by creating a speaker and then an agenda of the specific day and then the day. So let's see. Yeah, let's start with the speaker. And this is a zoom view. Speaker zoom. We're also going to have a speaker list later on. And this is a header detail because we want to have agenda. Let's see, the childmost. Yeah, and that's the speaker, that's the childmost. So we're going to start with the speaker. That's the presenter. Yeah. And then we have these two, and we want to select the head. And in this case, we choose the attendee because that is the information about the person. So we have the name, last name, picture, company, mail, web, title, about. Yes, and the detail, we would like to know what day from to title. So, or perhaps we don't want the day. We want the label of the day. And then we put this one on the, okay, here we go. Same line. How did this work? Yes, that's great. Title, picture, email, company, web, about. Then we have the list down there. Yes. Sure. Detail list child view. We don't have that yet, so we are not going to click the zoom view for that. And finish. Now we have the speakers, and now we go for the agenda. and that's a select view. So agenda select. Now we just did speaker, so let's do the speakers select. And the speakers, let's see, are attendees, but the child knows is this one, and it's the first name, last name, title, company, I guess, Zoom, attendee, Zoom, speaker, Zoom, same line, no, and this one should be small, and this one small, and this one caption, and this one caption. And now we can add this to our, I'm sorry, I'm doing this in the opposite direction. 3, here how we have speakers. And now let's rerun this. Speakers, we have a list of speakers, and we have the day 1, day 1, day 2, day 1, and we have the events. But when we click on an event, there is nothing, no place to go, because we haven't defined that yet. So that's what we're going to do now. And we're going to start with a Zoom view. Go talk Zoom. And this is also header detail because we would like to have the presenters as well, but this one time it's the agenda that has the focus. So we would like to have the title and the subject, and yeah, we don't need the rest. Yeah, we could put it there just to show. And then in the details, we want the speakers, title and company. Title, subject, date from to. Good enough. Yes, and the Zoom view is the when we click, yeah, that's right. We click on the speakers, so we want to go to speaker Zoom. Right, yes. And now we want the agenda select. Do agenda select. So we have a list of the events, and it should show from to and title, and it should contain the presenter as well, I think. And this should open in the Zoom view. zoom from 2, title on new line, first name on new line. This one should be caption, this one should be details, and that looks, yeah. Next, finish. And now we would like to have the days select, because we don't want to go into a list where the days are mixed. We want to see what days we have, and then we can click on a day and only get the agenda items for that list. So we have the days here, and let's see, new, days select, the days, check the day label, and we're going to zoom into a child select. Loads the child select view, yes, and it's the agenda select. We want to open. Why not make this caption? And now we're going to look at the agenda select and see if we have what we need. Let's try this, see what happens. See what DataFlex gives us for free. Dashboard, and we take the first one, and this is the agenda. But this one has no button, so we want the procedure click function here as well. Let's take the day select again. Did I copy that? Copy. Day select. Day select. But this won't work, because no, yes it will, but by default this data server on click open view is not inserted into this one, so you have to copy it from the next one. But it's quite important you get this one in there, otherwise the event won't trigger. So let's try this and see what happens. Agenda, day 2, day select, day 1. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? Attendees. Speakers. Okay, we have some duplicates here. We might want to get rid of those. And then we have some styling. We have some issues with the news table. I might need to reindex that one. Some collating issues. Yeah. That's all for now. I'll take a look at the rest of the bugs for the next video. So enjoy. Bye.